Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Ballin, and I'm back at it again with some more Madden 22 franchise content. Today we have the San Diego, or actually Los Angeles Chargers for you, and we are actually in season 2. So we've basically just went straight to the second season and started from there. So the teams are going to look a little different, but I pretty much kept my team exactly how it is. So if you want to check out the teams, just go to the timestamp below. If you want to just go straight to the game, check out the other timestamp. But if you want to see me set up the squad and have a look around what the league and see what everyone else is doing, you can stick around and do that as well. So first off, weekly strategy. Gotta make sure we're upgrading our guys. Here's everyone who's getting upgrades. My rookie strong safety. I want Asante Samuel to just be beastly. I want his speed upgrades too. And then this is new, so I think what we're gonna do is AJ Spenza. Yeah, let's upgrade our right end. The better pass rush we have, the better everything, you know? So we're going to upgrade him, and let's go ahead and do that. Plus, he was the younger out of him and Toure, so, and he's already a star. So if he just starts getting a few sacks, then he should be a superstar in no time, right? This is picturing in my head. So first off, Herbert, definitely Phil General. We're shooting for +1 throw power. Yo, 97 throw power. That's awesome. So we're looking for what's it called? Hot Route Master. That's what we're working on getting. For you, Jalen Guidance slot. We can possibly get some +1 speed, +1 catching traffic. That would be the best thing for him. Eric Banks. I don't even think he starts, but whatever. And then last but not least, Austin Eckler. Let's first off check out your abilities, because what we're about to give you is, yes, I'm gonna have him going on angle routes all the time. And then matchup nightmare. There we go. And then wrecking ball, of course, or should it be something? Rush for 10+ yards. We're gonna go with satellite. Nah, we're gonna do wrecking ball. Forget that. So that's and then let's upgrade him. So we're gonna start using him out of the backfield a little bit more, getting him loose with that angle route. Now that I know just how effective it is, and then that will be awesome. So let's go ahead and show you my squad real quick, and then we'll show you his, and then we'll go ahead and get into the game. So Herbert, of course, Austin Eckler, we still got him. Guyton is our main guy, and this is the rookie, Nicholas Stewart. So we did pretty good on the draft, getting a nice wide receiver, which is exactly what we needed. Got Tanyan right there, decent O-line, Kamoko Toure, AJ Espenza, Linval Joseph, Joey Bosa, the Beast, Drew Tranquil, Uchenna Nwosu, Asante Samuel, Michael Davis, and Mike Hayes. So we got a rookie starting because he's a little bit taller than this guy. free safety, George Odom, picked him out for the free agency. He's doing his job. And then we got Dylan Bellamy, who doesn't get to start because we got this other rookie, Damon Whitfield, and we got Derwin James Jr., one of my favorite strong safeties in this game because I like putting him in that sub linebacker spot. So that's my squad. Now let's check out his real quick. Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater, Javonte Williams. Look at that, 95 speed. Oh, he's short. That's probably why he doesn't start him. I still would. Noah Fant is a beast, of course. All I really care about is his corners, and all of them can keep up, so I'm gonna have to be careful no matter what. Slow safeties though. So if I beat, the free safety is gonna be a little bit iffy because he's 94 overall. So all of his other stuff is high, his awareness is high, and all that stuff. But he's a little slower to getting to the ball. So it's just gonna depend. I'm gonna have to play it safe. So this is what the league is looking like. Those were everyone's lead-in. Now let's go ahead and get into the game.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. KJ Hamler returning it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Check the mic
And
and
that
make
one a
sure
little
it sounds
too
right,
high as
boy.
it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. A giant hole up the middle and all the way
sound
down
right,
inside
boy.
the 5 to the 4. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hamler now to return it.
Boy, you ain't got no feet.
And able to get this out to the 25.
It sound right, boy.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It sound right, boy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Williams able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left for a big play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on.
before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On the option, here's Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
5 yards remain on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally throw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 62 yards. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Second and 8. Now Bridgewater eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Williams. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, it's not a bad time to take a shot downfield. You've got a 1st and 5, but you've got to hope that the worst thing that comes out of it is an incompletion. Instead, this is good coverage, and it winds up being intercepted.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point safely through. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fan. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within 10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Shot before the break for Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Get ready. Mike's 50. Riggs. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On first down, it's Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down, Eckler. 63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Herbert. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Bridgewater now. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots,
right,
try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And the lane closes things up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
It sound right,
Well,
boys.
there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive run? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It sound right, boy.
Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Push him back. Mike 9.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 30 on second down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On the give, this is Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd down at 5. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run it again with Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All right, well, that's the game. We ended up playing a pretty good one. Things are going well in this season. Austin Eckler's balling out. Keenan Allen's balling out. I'm utilizing Keenan Allen's ability to be put on a crosshair at any given moment, and Austin Eckler's ability to be put on a Texas route at any moment, and that is making my offense extremely dangerous, as you can see with Keenan Allen having the game that he did. So that was a good performance. I'm getting a little more used to being able to do all the hot routes. I used to not do them at all, ever. But this time we did. So we're 3-0. Only undefeated team inside of my division. And let's see. Panthers are also undefeated. Jets, Washington football team, the Titans, and the Giants. Herbert's number 2 in passing yards. Eckler's number 1 in rushing. Let's go. Where else? Where else are we on this? I mean, actually, that's pretty much it. So that's what the season's looking like so far. Let's go ahead and get some more wins.